Okay, hello. Y'all I got my hair straightened. I got my hair straightened. Okay. We're gonna have this discussion. I'm gonna share this on Twitter. I've been wanting to have this conversation for a little bit. But it'd just be hard to articulate my thoughts because I'd be so annoyed. Sorry, I'm watching my dog. Kobe. I'm watching him because I'm looking through the window. I feel like I see something too. Now, it scared the bejesus out of me. Hush! Oh, yeah, let's have this discussion. Kobe, stop. Did I get a notification? Somebody at the door? No. Stop it. Stop it. Please stop it. Okay, I'm going to give people a little minute. Kobe, hush. Jesus. Whatever it is, it's outside. Kobe. Should I go live on Instagram too? Let's do it. Kobe. Hush. Jesus. Make sure I'm on the right Instagram. All these different. Hush. Okay. Yeah, we need to talk, y'all. Just because, sometimes I feel like I don't talk about certain things because I feel like everybody knows about it. We tired of hearing about it. And then things happen where I realize, oh, y'all don't really be talking about this. Or, oh, this is news to at least the people that watch me, which is not a whole lot of people consistently. When my brand has fluctuated the way that it has, it's hard to cement like an audience. So, but when I see certain things, like certain clips that go viral, I kind of just be like, should I talk about this? Should I not talk about this? I mean, I definitely be trying to get everyone's take on it, but I won't talk about it just because I'll feel like I can't get my thoughts together enough to talk about it in a professional way. Like Kim on For Harriet, that girl, she speaks so eloquently about the hardest topics. So I really, really like her. But yeah, okay, let me go live on Instagram. Okay, so I want to have this discussion and I'm going live so that people can chime in, but if you happen to be rewatching this like later on, please feel free to post your thoughts in the comments. But I just think there needs to be a conversation about this whole dark skin versus light skin thing. Colorism is prevalent in so many different races. And in the Black community, it's been going on for a very long time. A very long time. And so what sparked this conversation? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a teacher. And so this conversation is one that I deal with probably on a daily basis during the school year. You hear different kids say things pertaining to skin tone in a demeaning type of way, putting other children down, putting other students down, or making it seem like the darker their skin, like the value of that person is less, right? And it's not something that they just decide and they just start doing. It's definitely something that they're taught through music, through media, through movies, through social media, all these different things, right? So when the clip went viral the other day of this smash or pass game, which I don't even know why y'all would line up for something like that. I'm not standing in no line with other women to talk about like whether I'm smashable or passable. I'm just not gonna do it. You're just not gonna see me do something like that. Number one, because I think more of myself than to have guys line up and tell me about my. I just think just a little bit more about myself than that, right? The next thing is, I think just thinking not even just about yourself, about the person next to you. What do you gain at and I understand it's a game. I understand y'all trying to find something to do online because you don't want to do other stuff. But what do you gain from doing something like this? So if you didn't see the clip, all these black girls are standing in a line, right? And the guys are walking by with their phone. They talking like they reporters like this, right? And they're saying if they'd rather smash or pass the young girl as they get to the girl, right? And they keep passing this dark-skinned girl. Now, the dark-skinned girl, granted, she has these really, really light eyes. They're almost like gray or green. I don't know if they're contacts, but you know how y'all do. If a girl got loose curls or light eyes, she's the bee's knees for y'all, right? But anyway, she's dark skinned, and there's a hue of girls, like different girls along the spectrum, and they get to her and they say stuff like, "Nah, you too dark," or "Nah, you darker than me," or I would pass. I would smash if this, right? And so I'm like, first of all, if I'm in the line, I don't know if I could stand in the line and not say nothing about them saying this to a girl. And this what I be saying about like my sister's keeper, right? There's so many people that be like, oh, as black women, we got to stand up together, black girl magic. And, how could the other girls stand by and watch this? Like, a lot of girls do not be looking out for your well-being. A lot of girls are not with that sister's keeper stuff. A lot of girls do not care. They don't care. They don't care about this stuff like that, right? So as I'm watching, I'm like, oh, the girl, whoever is the girl, unique love or love unique or whatever her name is her whole concept. It's her whole video. She still posts the video. They're saying that she's not the one who's colorist or whatever. But I think what blows my mind is the shock from everyone else about the video. I'm like, y'all can't be shocked. Y'all can't be shocked because see, this is stuff that there's subtle things that we say within the black community. And even like in the Latino community, there are, lighter Hispanics, than there are Hispanics who are darker, and there's a whole conversation within that community. And then Asians who are lighter versus darker. Like there's a whole conversation. I can only speak about the black community in my experience. So when we talk about the brown paper bag test. And if somebody is darker than the brown paper bag, then that automatically just knocks them down a couple points and they're just not attractive. I'm just like, how do you rationalize something like that to like your parent who's the same color, or your sister, or your cousin, or your auntie, or your all these different people, right? So the girl made a reaction video. I think her name is Z Diamond, and that's the name of the model, the dark skin model. And of course, everybody's praising her now. Summerella posted the video, like she's talking about how she felt within the moment, especially this one dude. The one dude is darker than her, and he tells her like, "Oh yeah, pass. You darker than me." I'm like, what in y'all mind? What in y'all mind makes something like this okay? Now, granted, this is not every dude. This is not every black dude. This is not every Black woman. I know lots of Black women that's not going to stand in line for something like this. I know lots of Black men that's not going to stand by and watch something like this, participate in something like this. But when we talk about like the little subtleties, I think that's where I was going before, in the Black community of like, don't stand outside too long, you might get dark. For a long time, our hair was not praised. The Crown Act just went into play. It's very new. We've just kind of started this whole team natural, like within the past 5 to 10 years, we're praising our natural hair, and probably even less than that. We're praising our natural hair. We're happy about our natural hair. I've only been natural for 3 years. This is the first time I've ever gotten a silk wrap. I blow dried it out, but this is the first time I've gotten like a silk wrap. For a long time I was permanent, weaving it, always putting it up. Now to be able to be more comfortable in my skin and say like, oh, I want to wear my hair in these ways, so I'm going to do that. Not because I feel like it won't be accepted any other way. So those subtleties exist in the Black community, like not feeling comfortable with our hair, feeling like we're going to get too dark, feeling like we can't wear certain colors, feeling like, certain lighting, like we can't be in certain lighting because, our skin is too dark or, whatever it is. So to see these young Black boys where they're like, if she not racially ambiguous, exotic, if she don't have a looser curl, if she don't have lighter eyes, then she's not pretty. And the thing about it is, you can blame them when they get to a certain age where they can start to unlearn things. But as a child, like the age group I teach, child, this is in social media, this is in music, this is in all of the things. There's something to be said about Black men who enjoy features, the same features that Black women have on somebody else who ain't Black, just because of the things that they associate with Black women. I'm really trying to navigate the conversation in a intelligent and sensitive way, just because I want Black men to hear me when I say it's not about you having a preference. It's not about you having a preference. If you prefer, I don't even know. If you prefer women who are taller rather than shorter, if you prefer women who because to me, a preference doesn't lie on something like trivial, like, oh, I only date light skins, or I only date big girls, or I only date like, I just don't know. But I feel like preferences are kind of tricky because you can prefer something, right? And you can really enjoy something, and then you might meet somebody that's completely out of those lines, out of those boundaries, out of that box, and find that you enjoy that person. But when you say like, I prefer this because of the degradation of that, that's what we have a problem with. That's what we have a problem with. When you say like, oh, I prefer this group of people because all Black women are ghetto, or I prefer this group of people because all, Hispanic women do is this. Like, I think that's the part for me that just becomes like, okay, you had a tarnished experience with enough people that you decided to swear off the group. And it's not really fine, but it's understandable, but then it might make you want to venture out. It might make you want to do the things, right? So that's why I'm really thankful for like the TikTok generation, Gen Z, like this whole culture of just like calling things out under the scope of comedy and satire and sarcasm, because it's real. Like, to watch these men be like, oh, smash, pass, smash, pass, smash, pass. And they literally are sizing the women up. I know that the conversation a lot is about the colorism that's embedded in it, but it also should be about like women, young girls who are like, yeah, I'll line up. I'll line up for this conversation. We could talk about this, like, and be compared to the women next to them as if it's okay. I don't know. I feel like there's more I want to say on the topic, but it just makes me so frustrated because when you think about, like, I was watching for Harriet, she's talking about Nick Cannon. Y'all know Nick Cannon keeps having all these kids, right? And Nick Cannon is also very like super pro-black. It's almost on the line of Hotep, right? Um, but he keeps having all these kids, but they're all with women who are like mixed and interracial, and it's just like you don't really know, like, you know, that that's his idea of attractive, right? For a long time, like the Wild 'N Out girls, like they all kind of had that same look. And you just kind of start to wonder, like, this is why, like, a lot of our kids feel like, oh, you're only pretty if you're mixed. You're only pretty if you have loose curly hair. Then your hair, if you're darker skin, like your hair is nappy. The tighter the curl, the nappier it is, right? And the people who come out and speak against this are Black women. They are brown skin, dark skin women. The light skinned women who have Kobe, you gotta chill, dude. You're so jumpy. You have to chill. Hush. The light skinned women who do talk about it, you know, obviously we're appreciative of different people having those conversations, but I think you develop this blind spot when you don't realize, like, oh, we do that. We kind of do that, right? For a long time, light skinned women were the only Black women really represented it, like in music videos, in like the beauty brands, commercials. Like, if they're gonna put somebody Black in there, the Black woman is going to most likely be light skinned or racially ambiguous, right? And so that's why I think that when we have these conversations, like, I get it. Like, I understand why we are the way that we are. But I just feel like it needs to be unlearned. Like, if you're going to wear a weave, a wig, braids, like Black hair is so, I didn't even know how to do my own hair until after I joined the military. Like, I would do my hair to cover up my real hair. Like, you never ever saw me with my real hair out. I always had a weave, a wig, braids, something. And then when I went away to join the military, I ended up getting stationed in a city where there was nobody really able to do Black hair in a way that I trusted. Like, the Black community was not huge and prevalent in this city. So we kind of, like, all the Black girls was like, we kind of got to learn how to do our own hair, or we would travel 3-4 hours to get our hair done. And so Instagram, I'm gonna say bye to y'all, but join me on YouTube if you want to have a conversation. And so, child, I forgot what else. Oh, so I had to learn. I had to learn how to do my own hair, had to learn the different things. And then as I started to learn, you know, I would still do the weaves. I was still learning how to braid. I really started to develop an appreciation for my hair. It was not until I was stationed there for about 2 years before I decided to go natural. A lot of different friends at the time, Cece, Strong, like a lot of different people were like, you should go natural just because it's better for your hair. And I was getting perms, like relaxers, every 6 weeks. My hair had broken off in the back, like super bad. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this natural thing out. What am I so afraid of? It was my time where I'm like completely like starting to love on myself, who I am, what I represent, my skin, my features, like, and I was like, you know what? I'm about to unapologetically be Black and stand up in that. And I don't care about, you know, what others are saying about me. But that still was not, that didn't match my surroundings. That didn't match different people that, you know, I came encounter with. People were still like very colorist. People are still very colorist. People will say, like, you can't have that certain color in your hair. When I wear those rainbow braids, a lot of people are very shocked. Like, oh yeah, you're not afraid to wear this color. You're not afraid to wear that color. I just think like a lot of these things need to be unlearned. Like, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for young girls who come up, and I'm only saying this because I teach young girls who will literally say, I cannot do that because I'm too dark. And it's annoying to me because I know they've been told that. I know that a lot of y'all sons is around here telling them that because they don't have the looser curl like girl over there, because they don't have lighter eyes, because, you know, they make these jokes about the darker skin, like because of all that, we have to then come back behind you and, you know, encourage them. And I'm so glad there's representation in media, in music, in on the TV screen, on the shelf in the grocery store. I mean, you got Issa Rae, you got different people now. Kelly Rowland has always been one of those 7th Streeter, like brown skin girls. Beyonce got a whole song. Naomi Campbell, who kind of lets girls know, like, nah, bro, we not lightening. We not lightening. So as much as this video is just something like that's just, you know, kids being kids, doing what they do, and, you know, because just as much as those guys were walking around saying smash or pass, like the girls were standing in line doing it. And there's something in their minds that gets like, they enjoy that. They enjoy knowing like, oh, I'm smashable, or like waiting to see the thoughts of a young man of their time. I don't get it. I don't understand it, because actually I can't even say that. When I was 21 to 24, I was very, very boy crazy. Very boy crazy. I can't even say 21 to 24, 21 to 25, 26. It definitely was all about like what the man thought. And, you know, and I think if it was different circumstances, if we were talking about like everybody got on the same, I can't even say that. I can't even say that, because then it would be sizeism. I don't know. I just couldn't see myself participating in nothing like that. I just could not see myself participating in nothing like that. So I think like I want to bring my podcast back, but I've just been thinking like, how am I going to do that with teaching during the school year? I thought about seasons. I thought about episodes. If y'all don't know, I had a podcast called Just Trying to Figure It Out, and we would have discussions like this about different social issues. And I do want to have the conversation because I feel like it's something embedded. I feel like it's something deep rooted, and I feel like it's derived from self-hate. When a man tells a Black woman, like, I don't want to be with you simply because of your skin tone. I feel like it's something embedded, like something in you doesn't like Black or dark skin because of what you associated with, because of what you've been taught, because of some type of self-hate. It's not because you genuinely look at this woman, you look at her eyes, you look at her eyelashes, you look at the way she puts herself together, you see her personality, you see her smile, you see her height, then you get on down to the body shape, and then you decide, oh, I just can't do it because you darker than me. It's just disgusting. Like, it just makes my skin crawl, because these are the men walking around. And I mean, it's in the rap videos. It's definitely praised. I just feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but I just honestly, it's disgusting. And I kept seeing the videos circulate, and I've seen enough TikToks where it's like, and a lot of people miss it, right? In certain TikToks, a lot of people miss the point. They miss how, okay, yeah, this is funny. Okay, yeah, this is a Black girl like saying something real and true about something that happened in our community. But I'm gonna need this to hit home for you and need you to understand, girl. Y'all might let all the light-skinned girls in. Or you really do like afford, you know, different girls, different things based on their skin tone or based on how they look. That's a whole different life. That's a whole different society that I don't tie myself to. But when it hits my classroom, that's when I know, like, oh yeah, this is a bigger conversation that needs to be had. Like, there needs to be some unlearning. And really, like, with anything in my classroom, I don't do, I'm not a person that will be like I had a student one year, we were reading about Emmett Till, and she said, she wasn't Black, and she was like, why we gotta read this? This ain't my history. Some certain stuff is like, it would kind of trigger some people to be like, what? Like, to kind of pop off. But certain stuff like that kind of like, it's like God just kind of steps in and he just kind of be like, okay, Kimray, this is like a teachable moment. Like, how are you going to handle this? And, I kind of just let her know, like, this history is our history. I kind of spun it in the scope of being somewhere where you're not familiar, right? Maybe if you go visit a family member and you doing something that you normally do at home, thinking that it's cool, and then people murder you because of it. Something that's innocent, something that will be fine, they murder you because of it, right? And the parent got involved and we had this whole conversation, but it's just like conversations like that. Like, I know I will always remember from certain times in grade school when I had conversations with teachers, certain encounters with certain students in my classroom, with certain heated discussions, certain things that were said to me. And I feel like my students will as well. So if I shy away from topics or if I pop off, I feel like it's only going to further contribute to this idea that they have in their head. So when you say this girl is unattractive just because she's dark-skinned, I feel like I want to challenge. I feel like I want to challenge people. Like, there's got to be more to it than that. What within you, in yourself, makes you so angry, makes you so mad when you see a dark-skinned woman that you've completely just eliminated them because of their skin tone? There's something in you. Because I just don't know. The conversation needs to be had. I'm thinking about bringing the podcast back. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all saw the clip of the video. But yeah, I guess that's it. If y'all have questions, y'all have things y'all want to talk about, please put it in the comments. If not, I'm about to get up off of here. Let me post this video on Instagram. I need to do my encore video, which I did not do last week. I don't know. It's still just making me mad just thinking about it. It's making me mad just thinking about it. Because I'm about to start back up again. I think like just thinking about like the girls just standing in line as the guys go by and just still like continuing to stand there. And then the one girl, even the one girl later on who was like, she is so pretty. Like, how could you guys say something like that? It's still like, nah. It's still like, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm being sensitive. Like they be saying black women are being sensitive. I just feel like this stuff needs to be unlearned. Like it's tired. At this point, there have been enough discussions for us to understand like we're stronger, we're better together. So the division that lies within our community is just annoying. And it's like, it's annoying. But it's also like, it's late. Like we're still sitting around talking about this when if you have a spot of black in you, you're showing discrimination, you're showing racism. So why are we even like, what are the semantics about? Let me get off here. I need to figure out encore because it comes on again tomorrow. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.